Hello students. Next property is conductivity. Generally, metals are good conductors of both heat and electricity, while non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Look at this pen. It is made up of metal. Why is this uniformly hot? It is because metals are good conductors of heat. And this is the reason why metals are used to make cooking vessels. But students, have you ever thought about why metals are good conductors of heat? Yes, you guessed it right.
Metals are particularly good conductors of heat because their particles are very closely packed, so the vibrations are passed on very quickly.
You already know that metals are solid and atoms of solid substances are closely packed. Thus, heat can be easily transferred from one atom to another, and metal gets hot faster comparatively.
They also contain large number of free electrons. As the metal is heated, these free electrons closest to the heat source are heated. This makes them move faster and they travel through the metal, colliding with both atoms and other electrons ahead. Thus, this heat energy is passed on from the one metal atom to the other metal atom. And hence, heat is transferred quickly throughout the metal surface.
Now students, look at this electric circuit. It is connected with a conducting metallic wire. What do you observe? Yes, the bulb starts glowing when switch is put on. Now replace metallic wire with a piece of coal. We can observe that the bulb does not glow this time. This is because a piece of metallic wire is a good conductor of electricity, while a piece of coal, which is a non-metal, is a poor conductor of electricity. From here, we can conclude that metals are good conductors of electricity, while non-metals are poor conductors of electricity. And that is why metals are used to make wires in electric circuits. But students, do you know why metals conduct electricity and non-metals do not conduct electricity? This is because metals have free electrons and so they can flow in the metallic wire and conduct electricity, and hence they are called good conductors of electricity. While non-metals do not have free electrons in their atom to flow, so they cannot conduct electricity, and hence they are called bad conductors of electricity. An exception to this rule is graphite, which is a non-metal, but still it is a good conductor of electricity. And that is why it is also used for making electrodes. Now students, the next property is sonority. Sonority comes from word sonorous, which means giving out or capable of giving out a deep, pleasant sound on striking. Students, think of your grandmother ringing a bell while doing puja. What is it made up of? Yes, it is made up of metal. Do you think a wooden bell would give the same effect? No. Now let us take two different objects, say a metal box and a wooden box. Now take a metal rod and strike both the objects. Is there any difference in the sound produced by them? Yes, you rightly observed. When metal box was struck with metal rod, it produced a loud ringing sound. While when wooden box was struck with a metal rod, it did not produce any sound. So this property of metals of producing ringing sound on striking is called as sonority. So we say that metals are sonorous, while non-metals do not produce ringing sound, and we say that they are not sonorous. A number of musical instruments are made from metals because of this property of sonority. So students, before moving to next video, let us recapitulate some general idea about what are the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Metal is any class of hard, lustrous substances that are characterized by high electrical and thermal conductivity as well as high malleability, ductility and sonority. While non-metals is a class of substances that have relatively low melting point and boiling points and density. A non-metal is typically brittle when solid and usually has poor thermal and electrical conductivity. Now students, as you know, throughout this video, we have classified metals and non-metals on the basis of their physical properties. In the next video, we will see various chemical properties, that is reactions of metals and non-metals with various reagents, one of which is oxygen.